Well, good morning, everyone. Take your Bible, get to Luke chapter number 18. We're going to be looking at verses 9 through 14, a very specific parable that Jesus gives to a group of people that really thought highly of themselves. They really thought they had it all figured out. They really thought they were better than everyone. So let me just read the parable to you. And it's going to seem like it's about prayer, but it's really not about prayer, although these men are praying. It's really about the spirit that they bring to the Lord. It's really about the way they valued themselves and devalued others. And it really was an issue of pride versus humility. And so listen to it as I read it to you. In verse number 9, it says, "And he spake this parable unto certain which trusted in themselves that they were righteous and despised others." Verse number 10, here it is. Here's the parable. Two men went up to the temple to pray, the one a Pharisee, the other a publican. Really opposite ends of the spectrum in Jewish culture. The Pharisee was supposed to be the religious elite, and the publican was really the traitor, the one that turned on his own people, the extortioner, the tax collector, someone that people despised. And so these two contrasted together are just really, really out there. I think these men that were listening to the parable were thinking, oh, okay, here we go. We're going to get our elevation now, where everyone else, this publican, is going to find out how bad he really is. And that's not where Jesus goes. Verse number 10, he says, the two men went up to the temple to pray, the one a Pharisee, the other a publican. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself, God, I thank thee that I am not as other men are, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, and even as this publican. I fast twice a week, I give tithes of all that I possess. And the publican, standing far off, would not lift up so much his eyes unto heaven, but smote upon his breast, saying, God, be merciful unto me, a sinner. I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other. For everyone that exalteth himself shall be abased, but he that humbleth himself shall be exalted. Now, remember, the sinner did not say, I am worthless. He just said, I'm not worthy to be saved. I am a sinner. I do have problems. I am not worthy to be one of your kids. I thank you that you're going to show mercy on me. But the other one was so arrogant about who he thought he was that God says, hey, one's going to go down to their house justified. And it's not the one who everyone thinks. It's going to be the one who recognizes who they are, where their position is before the Lord. Now, I know we've all met the people that know everything, do everything better. They've got it all figured out. They think better thoughts than you. They've come to better conclusions than you. They really do have a high and lifted up view of themselves, and then they have a low view of you and others. Well, I got to tell you, we are, as believers, supposed to come out in humility. Maybe we should be listening to people and finding out where they're coming from. That doesn't mean we can compromise. It doesn't mean we think what they think. It just simply means that we value them. Remember, when you go before the Lord, remember who you are, really. You know who you are on the inside. You know the things you struggle with. Others may not know that, and so you come before the Lord in all humility. You walk through life knowing that I struggle, they struggle. It's kind of an even plane here before the Lord. And so there isn't higher and lower people. There's really just saved and unsaved, and we're all at different places. Of course, there are people out there that are wicked and do very wicked things, but they're only salvation away from being a transformed person. So instead of trying to exalt ourselves and lift ourselves up, let's just think soberly about who we really are and then approach people in a humble mindset. And I know that when we walk into our workplace, when we live in our own home, when we are amongst church family, that if we'll have a humble spirit, we're going to mend things. We're going to heal things. We're going to have a spirit and a presence that people enjoy. And I know that if you'll apply this humility to your life, that you'll have a great day and a great weekend. Looking forward to seeing you on Sunday.